So, when you sit down for your breakfast of bacon and eggs, and you got your eggs here, your bacon there, just know, man, that chicken is dedicated, but the pig is committed.
This is the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. He's Cam Newton. I'm Sam Darnold, and we're going over some.
I thought you were Horse and I was Buddy.
We're also Horse and Buddy. I'm also Sundress, and he's Dumbass.
No, I am the Reverend.
I'm Small
Racing.
Blade, the Reverend of Racing.
I don't know. Earwood told me that. By the way, shout out to Earwood.
We gotta get Earwood on the pod. It would be a fun time. I don't know what the hell we would talk about, but
no, he doesn't know a dick about racing, but Earwood.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be a good time. Prediction video. All right, cool. So
predicting.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I will let the record reflect. Last year, I did very good on these. Y'all didn't see it, but if it's on my other channel, Small Blade Productions, I did very good at these. I was a little off on Larson's win total. I only had him at 8. But
we're not going to talk about what my prediction. How about this? I'll do you one better. My first 2 predictions, race win predictions on this podcast, I got correct.
That is true.
That is true.
No, you didn't.
The
Kyle
first
Larson
one. I had Larson winning Richmond. That's right. Yeah. Okay. The first one.
Yes.
All right. The first one on this podcast.
How many did you get right total? 2?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I got 1.
No, you had Larson for Texas, didn't you?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I only got
Larson
2
winning the title. Anyway, we're off topic.
I got
already.
3. I only had 2. I only had Larson. No, I had Larson winning 3 times, and he did it.
Glad we're revisiting this.
Anyway, we're just trying to let you know, like, don't take this as the gospel, because
just letting you know, we suck at this.
We're as dumb as you are, possibly dumber.
Yeah, I am in fact as dumb as I look, and as look as I dumb. So as you can see in the title and what we said. Already, this is a prediction video for 2022 NASCAR season. We're going to go
2020, TOO.
Okay. Anyway.
It's also 20. Never mind.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going through every race, who we think is going to win every race. We're going to give you our championship. We're going to give you our championship 4 predictions. Who do we think is going to win the championship? And then we're going to give you 5 or 6 predictions. Spoiler alert.
I mean,
5 or 6 predictions.
Spoiler alert. Kyle Larson's the GOAT.
Anyway, as you can tell by the title and what we were talking about before, we're going to go through every winner from 2022, who we think is going to win. Just us collectively, not us individually. Who we think our Final 4 is going to be, who we think the champion is going to be in all top 3 series, and then 5 or 6 predictions of our own.
1 or 2 are completely ridiculous.
Yeah, 2 are absolutely ridiculous. You have to guess in the comments which 2 are the 2. Yeah.
Oh, wait, afterward, which one are the ridiculous ones, or before what they are?
No, afterwards or before. Go ahead, do it.
Afterwards
twice.
Is going to be easy.
Yeah, no,
beforehand.
It's not. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mine? Yeah, mine's pretty.
Anyway, let's start the pod. So the season starts out with the Busch Clash, the Busch La Clash.
Busch Light Clash.
The Busch Light Clash, yeah, in the La Coliseum for the La Clash. We have Joey Logano winning that. I feel like that would be, as David Land said, the wettest of wet farts to win that race. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty cut and dry.
I think that one lady we met at Bristol might be the only one happy about it.
Yep. And shout out to her.
She had good reasons for liking Joey. So, you know.
Yeah. Now for the Daytona 500, as you can see, we have Brad Keselowski finally breaking through in his first race for RFK, Roush fucking Keselowski Racing. goes out and wins the Great American Race.
Yep.
Seth?
I've been predicting Brad to win the 500 for about 5 years in a row now. So one of these years, I feel like I'm going to hit. And yeah, I threw that one out there and it got no resistance. So that's what we went with.
Big facts, big facts. Yep. Now, bold prediction going on to California. The return to Auto Club, haven't been there since 2020. Kyle Larson wins at his home track.
Fucking bold.
Yeah, very bold. I feel like that's pretty cut and dry. I feel like that's
almost too cut and dry, but we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Going on to Vegas, we have Alex Bowman getting the win there. He's come close a couple of times in Vegas, and he was pretty hot and all through last year. Well, not all through last year, but he was very hot and cold. But when he was hot, and I think he'll stay hot throughout this entire year, as well as his teammates. Well, that's just me.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, exactly. Phoenix, we have Kyle Busch getting the win at Phoenix. He's got a couple wins there before, dating back to his rookie year, and as most recently as 2019, something like that. I don't know,
18 or 19, whatever year.
Yeah, something like that. So we get Kyle Busch winning Phoenix. On to Atlanta, the first Atlanta race on the Super Speedway Atlanta. Yeah. This one's definitely a curveball. And we didn't really know exactly who to put down.
We just kind of threw darts.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not sure.
Now we did kind of go with the safe bet there. Joey Logano winning that. Good super speedway racer. Also good. Joey's always good at the beginning. Huh?
He's gonna take the whole field out. So it's
yeah. He'll take the whole field out. He'll block everyone. You know, it won't be long.
Yeah, I don't see the next gen car changing previous years trends of Penske starting out hot and completely fading
exactly
season, and Joey has been no exception to that. So yeah, we figured we had to pencil him in for a win early, and then
exactly, yeah, and plus he's only got to block 2 lanes. I mean, that's all Atlanta is wide, so
it may only be one.
Yeah, one. Yeah, he's got it. He'll win the pole, and that'll be that. Anyway, on Dakota, last year's pole sitter Tyler Reddick will get his first win at Circuit of the Americas. Some of you may have not thought he was going to win at a road course. I feel like, he's shown that he's pretty strong anywhere and everywhere, and he did really well at the road courses last year. So we have Reddick winning his first race there.
We went back and forth on that one a bit, but
yeah, we did. We had Cindric, we had Allmendinger, Kyle Larson in there, but we ultimately settled on Reddick. Denny Hamlin winning Richmond, not too much of a surprise. Really good on those type of tracks. He's won at Richmond a ton. It's his home track. Hamlin gets his first win of the year there. On to Martinsville. We have Ryan Blaney winning Martinsville. I mean, I think Seth said it best.
Yeah, he should win one of these eventually, but we'll see. Yeah, he's too freaking good at Martinsville not to get one of these eventually.
He's only led about 450,000 laps there. However many starts.
Yeah,
and it's not a cutoff race, so he's bound to do something.
Yeah, we initially had him penciled in for the fall race, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that.
yeah, it's a cutoff race. It's Blaney. I don't know. Bristol Dirt, we have Kyle Larson, probably what should have happened last year, but didn't.
Thanks, Bill.
Yep. Thanks, lane and a half. And now Kyle Larson wins the Bristol Dirt race. I feel like that's a bit of a wild card race, but I feel like that's probably the safest bet. I feel like a lot of us have that written down as our Bristol Dirt winner.
It's the least safe bet ever, just because of how that race is.
Yeah, but, exactly. Moving on to Talladega, RFK Racing gets their second win of the year and their second straight plate win, or whatever they're called now. I guess they're technically not supposed to be called plate races. Anyway, Chris Buescher gets his, I almost said first, but his second career win at Talladega.
Yep.
I feel like you said it, or that you think Brad's going to push him to the victory there. I could definitely see that happening. A little bit of shade of 2004 when Junior pushed Truex to the win in the Busch race.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a little bit of that.
I mean, especially now since tandem drafting seems to be possible.
That could, yeah.
They get close toward the end of the race and just let's go, boy.
Whoop.
Yep. Watch it. Brad will do that, and then he'll say, "Fuck it, man. I'm winning this damn race."
Nah, I think Brad's a company man. He'll go for it.
Well, especially now his name's on it too.
Yeah, exactly, and it's not Joey. Dover on. We're gonna go ahead and give that one to Kyle Larson, for his third win of the year. He probably should have won Dover last year. Didn't. 48 team blasted off a lightning quick pit stop, but judging by the 48 team and their past history, Bowman won there last year, so it'll probably be terrible there this year.
And then they're gonna, tear the track out.
Yeah, and then they're gonna burn the track down. Kyle Larson wins Dover. On to Darlington. Went back and forth on this one quite a bit too. You said Larson. I said Reddick from the beginning, but we ultimately went with Reddick because it's judging by history. Larson will probably finish second.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tyler Reddick gets his second career win and his second win of the season at Darlington. He finished third there last year in the spring.
Did he?
Yeah. I think third or fourth. I thought maybe I'm completely wrong. I have no clue. I wasn't there or anything.
We'll put it here. I was only watching second.
Yeah, exactly. On to Kansas. William Byron wins Kansas. I feel like Byron, that's pretty safe bet. Byron he showed last year he could win anywhere and everywhere.
It just never quite worked out for him except that one time, but they should have fucking won 5, I think.
Yeah. So I think this will be the first of quite a few for Byron. Then on to the Texas All-Star race. We have Kyle Busch winning that. I feel like he's an all-star of the and obviously I feel like he's going to win more than one of these things and might as well be this year, right? That would be his second win of the year, first, I guess, non-points race, but second win of overall. On to the Coca-Cola 600. We have Chase Elliott winning that. He's been solid at the Charlotte Oval. He's got a win there. Couldn't
have swept that week.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very Chase Elliott race to win, I feel like. And so we have Chase Elliott winning. Good thing we're going to Indy. Anyway, Gateway. First race at Worldwide Technology Raceway. We have Denny Hamlin winning that one. Seems like it's a Denny Hamlin type track, a Richmond, a Martinsville type, a New Hampshire type. Hamlin good at all those tracks. Yeah. So we have him down winning the inaugural race at Gateway. On the Sonoma after that was pretty cut and dry. Seth, who's going to win Sonoma?
Kyle
Larson. Think he pretty well mollywopped the field. He's proven he's fast there for the past ever since he got into the Cup Series, really. And he finally got a race car, not a qualifying car. Yep. So I think Larson will be solid there and get the win. Yep. And then returning to victory lane, Kevin Harvick will win the second edition of the Nashville Cup Series race. It was one of his best races last year. He finished third there. And I think we both think Harvick will return to victory lane and it will come at Nashville. Next race on the schedule, we go on to Road America, and another first-time winner, Austin Cindric, scores his first career win and the number 2 car for Team Penske. Probably should have won a couple road courses there last year, Seth.
Yeah, we had him down for what? It was only ever 2, right? For this year,
I think we had him down for 2.
Yeah, and we ended up changing it just because
a lot of these we switched around a lot.
It's become very difficult with road courses. I mean, it obviously could just be the Clyde and Kyle show, but I doubt it. I feel like there's going to be 5 or 6 guys who can win these races every time.
As we have written down.
Yeah. So it's become a whole lot harder to predict.
As we said earlier, Atlanta kind of a tough one to predict. No one really knows what's going to happen there with the new package and new pavement. So we kind of went with the safe bet there, going with Brad Keselowski winning that one. It'd be his second win of the season, third win for RFK Racing. And yeah, Brad wins Atlanta. On to New Hampshire, we have Kyle Busch getting his second win of the season. Seth, you said it, probably would have won New Hampshire this past year had the rain not come.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Busch goes back to victory lane at New Hampshire. And then the week after, his brother Kurt gets the win at Pocono. He gets the first win of the season for 2311 Racing. I feel like it's kind of an understanding that Kurt Busch gets one win a year at least, and that's going to be the one. It'll be a kind of random race on the schedule. And Brad Keselowski said these cars are going to drive like 2005. Who won Pocono in 2005? Kurt Busch. On to Indianapolis for the Indianapolis Road Course, the second and possibly final Indianapolis Road Course race, unless Roger Penske gets what he wants and puts one race on the oval. William Byron wins that. Kind of back with what you said. What?
I thought Penske wanted it on the road course.
Yeah, Penske wanted. What I was saying is Penske wants one race on the oval, being the Indy 500.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
So we don't know. Anyway, William Byron wins the Indianapolis Road Course. Back to what you were saying, quite a few guys could win on these road courses. There's a handful.
Byron could have won 3 last year, right? He was top 3 or 4 all day at Indy. He was leading late at Charlotte.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many guys now that could just win these road courses, and yeah, it's not just the Clyde and Miata show anymore.
No.
Or maybe it will be. We don't know.
Exactly.
Could be.
I don't know, man. I'm liking our predictions. We got Kevin Harvick winning Michigan. Told you I was liking our predictions. Kevin Harvick's won, as I look over here on my table, 1, 2, 3,
12 Michigan
4,
races.
5 races at Michigan. I think he gets win number 6 at Michigan for his second win of the season. Then the next week, we have Christopher Bell winning at Richmond. He's got a couple of Xfinity wins there. He was strong there in the fall last year.
Thought we changed that. No.
We changed it and then changed it back.
Yes, we did.
Yep. Because we thought Bell would get one win this year. Didn't really know where, so we just kind of threw him in there, right?
Yeah, I mean, and the reasoning does work because, I mean, he ran really well there in the fall this past year. Was he ever going to beat Kyle Busch or Truex? No, probably not. But
he will tonight.
He will this day on a Sunday because fuck me. And
all right. Anyway, going on to Watkins Glen, pretty cut and dry. He's won there twice. He probably would have won there last year if it would have been 3 laps longer. Chase Elliott wins Watkins Glen for his one and only road course win of the season. Yeah, I mean, Chase Elliott at Watkins Glen, I feel like that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
And then on to the next week, a little bit, no, not so much of a safe bet. We do have Chase Elliott winning back-to-back, winning the Daytona regular season finale. Chase is, he's always been pretty solid at the plate tracks. He's got a win at Talladega, a couple dual wins at Daytona. Seems like a pretty good bet that he'll eventually get that Daytona win, and it'll come this year.
Oh, he does already have a Daytona win in the Cup Series on a points race, but it's right over there.
Oh, I was that like, one. What? Yeah, the road course, the Daytona road course. I was so confused. I guess the duels count for points, so he's got 3.
That's true. I forgot
Yeah,
about
son of a bitch. All right, Chase going for his 4th Daytona points win.
that.
Anyway, you pointed out little nugget here. We have Chase Elliott winning the last 2 races of the regular season. Ryan Blaney did the same thing last year.
That was my only reservation of making that the prediction, but I still feel good about it still.
I said it was an insignificant enough coincidence that it might happen.
I would
now
laugh my ass off if it did though.
Yeah. Into the playoffs. To start off the playoffs, Kyle Larson finally wins the Southern 500. He's been knocking on the door forever. And Seth, go ahead.
For 5 years, he's been knocking on the damn door.
And he finally wins.
Will it happen? I don't know. We're going to predict it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Kyle Larson wins Darlington, open up the playoffs, moves himself into the round of 12. We didn't even pick a regular season champion. All right, cool. Real quick, who's going to win the regular season champion?
Denny Hamlin.
No, really?
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've talked about it. I forgot to put it in here. Kyle Larson probably is going to win the regular season title again. I think, how many wins do we have him winning before the regular? Yeah, something like that. At least. 4. So his 5th one at Darlington, Kansas. Alex Bowman wins Kansas. It's another track Alex has been solid at in the past. Alex Bowman's you should kind of you have all the tracks on the wall.
Yeah, if you had them all on the wall and it's like a magnet, you just had like 3 or 4 Alex Bowman magnets, you just chuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever they land closest to, that's probably it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't there's no pattern with Alex at all.
Yeah. I mean, just take some mashed potatoes and throw them at a dartboard, and you have Alex Bowman's 3 to 4 wins.
He's won at
or 2
a mile and a half, and then he won Auto Club, and then he won Richmond. Like those 3,
and then Dover, and then Martinsville, and Pocono.
Beat Denny Hamlin. Like the fuck? Oh yeah, Pocono. I forgot about Pocono.
Yeah. Anyway,
don't remind
third
me.
race, last race of the round of 16. Kyle Larson sweeps Bristol in 2022, as well as wins the 2nd consecutive Bristol night race. Really, honestly, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott were the star of the show in the fall race last year, but Kyle Larson definitely had the best car out of anyone.
Until Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. Until him and Hamlin got into it. But Larson wins that race. On to the round of 12. Ryan Blaney, first one advancing to the round of 8 with a win at Texas. He's always been strong there at Texas in the past.
First time he led a lot of laps in a race was Texas, 17.
Yep. And so Ryan Blaney gets his 2 second win of the season, and it comes with Texas, moving him into the round of 8. Will he advance this time? Find out next time on the Big Motor Small Blade podcast.
And by next time, he means 14 seconds from now.
Yeah, exactly. Talladega. Joey Logano wins Talladega. I mean, you kind of just make an educated guess and then throw it out the window, and that's your Talladega prediction. We went with Joey Logano. It'll probably be Josh Bilicki. I don't know.
James
the
Davis.
Roval, a little bit more. Huh?
James Davis. No.
James Davis. The Roval, AJ Allmendinger. We have him winning the Roval. Seth, you've paid attention to Allmendinger quite a bit on the Roval these past couple of years, and he's always been strong.
I still firmly believe he would win the race in the Cup race this year or this past year if he hadn't blown up. I mean, so
he's won the last 3 Xfinity races.
He's won the last 3 Xfinity races. Yeah. I feel like he should have won the Cup race. And
I feel like he's
really freaking good there. Yeah,
I feel like that 16 car is going to be strong, and I feel like he's going to get a win at one of these places.
And that feels right to me. Yeah, it just does.
Vegas, moving into the round of 8. William Byron is the first one to advance to the championship 4 with a win at Las Vegas. William Byron seems strong, pretty much like we said earlier, pretty much anywhere and everywhere this past year, and really established himself, maybe not in the win column, but in the speed column, that he's one of the best Hendrick cars. Yeah. So we have him moving into the championship 4 with the next week's winner, Kyle Larson, winning at Homestead Miami Speedway for his, I don't know how many wins this year, probably like
7th.
13, 15, 19, 19th win of the season. Yeah. Kyle Larson goes to the Final Four for the second consecutive season.
Yeah, when we were doing this, we were trying not to overload this with Kyle Larson, and we still wound up with 7 or whatever.
We tried to go.
We tried, man.
Rein everything in, and
we're like, all right, let's keep it like
we
5.
were conservative. Yeah, I mean,
it felt like we were.
Yeah, yeah, it did. Martinsville. We went with Denny Hamlin. No.
Hey, he can't wheel hop
that
anymore.
Would be bold.
He can't wheel hop anymore.
All right. I'm changing my Martinsville pick. Hey, I said, didn't I pick him to win Martinsville?
Yeah, you did, but that was stupid.
I did.
You should have known that.
I was a year off. Anyway, we have Denny Hamlin winning Martinsville. He probably would have won if he hadn't got hacked out of the way. Actually, 100%. He probably wasn't going to win.
No, he was. Nobody can pass Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. No one can pass Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin is the Ryan Newman of being passed. Wait a minute.
What?
At Martinsville, at least. Good God, is it tough to pass Denny Hamlin at Martinsville without moving him.
So Denny Hamlin will lead 494 laps and win at Martinsville in the fall, advancing to the championship 4. So that puts 3 drivers in. Who is our 4th driver going to the championship 4?
He may be a Karen, but it's gonna be. We've got Kevin Harvick. Sorry, moving on to the championship.
Kevin is the male version of Karen, apparently. So.
I know, it is just funny to call him Karen Harvick, though.
Anyway, we have Kevin Harvick going into the Final Four. We think, he's finished 5th in points, having a terrible,
average.
A lot of people average season. A lot of people perceive as a terrible season for Kevin Harvick in 2021. I think he'll step it up a notch. We said he's going to get a couple wins. I think he points his way into the Final Four, and that makes it Larson, Hamlin, Byron, Harvick as our championship 4 at Phoenix. And Seth Burps, and who's going to win Phoenix?
I guess we got Larson, don't we?
Yeah, we do have Larson winning Phoenix. We have Larson.
Very difficult to bet against the man now.
It is.
Do I legitimately think he's going to win 2 in a row?
Yes.
Not really, but if anybody can do it, it would be Kyle.
Yeah. You said it, though. It's hard to bet against Kyle Larson getting his 2nd consecutive championship. He seemed unstoppable last year for pretty much all of the season. Yeah. So Larson gets his 2nd consecutive title.
We'll see. But any of those 4 could win for sure.
Yeah. Except for Harvick, probably not. I think you can make a case for any of those 3. Byron was so strong last year, and just had the worst luck. Denny Hamlin is just a staple of the championship 4, and he's a staple of not winning the title. And then we could not come up. We went through 4 or 5 guys that we thought could make the Final Four. Yeah. We landed on Harvick. We had Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott in there. We
thought about Blaney for 2 seconds.
And then our minds went back on straight. Anyway, so Kyle Larson wins the Cup title for the 2nd consecutive season. Now, we want to do a little bit different path with our Xfinity picks and our truck picks. Who do you have winning your Xfinity title, Seth?
I got Allmendinger, but as soon as you said yours, I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I made sure Seth locked his in before I said mine. I picked Ty Gibbs to win the Xfinity Series title. I think he wins like 13 races.
Yeah, I was about to say, good thing we're not going to do the race. Good thing we're not going to do the race by race for Xfinity, because it's like, all right, so I think Ty Gibbs is going to win this, and that's just going to be that 33 times.
Ty the GOAT Gibbs. And then truck. Who do you have winning your truck title?
John Hunter.
John Hunter. I've kind of just threw one out there. I got his diecast in the mail the other day, so I went with Carson Hocevar.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, it's impossible to tell.
He was solid. I just didn't want to pick John Hunter.
Nemechek will be the best guy all season,
yeah.
but like, will he win the title?
The world may never know.
But well, they will in November unless we blow up before November. But
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
all right.
You seen Don't Look Up, then it could happen, guys. It could happen.
All right, cool. So that's been our race by race prediction as well as our championship prediction for all three top series. Now,
apologies.
You all right there, guy?
I'm fine.
All right, cool. Cutting to the next segment where we go into all our other predictions. You got to guess which one's the wild one. Cut.
Butt sex.
Okay. Anyway. All right, cool. Now that you have our race by race prediction, now we go into a few other predictions. What we think is going to happen with certain drivers, certain teams, and certain things and stuff in the sport of racing. So let's go ahead and read off one of your predictions.
Okay. My first bold ass prediction.
Bold prediction.
I believe William Byron will assert himself as the second best Hendrick Motorsports driver.
I'll buy that.
Yep.
Yeah. Why is that? Why do you think that?
I think he could have done that. I think he could have done that this past year. Yeah. Honestly, if they just had a few things more go right for him, I think he could have done that this year. Yeah. I mean, how many times were they in position to win and got wrecked by something that really wasn't their fault, or just, shuffled back or something like, and it's not just winning. Like, they had a lot of top five or a handful of top five runs, go awry because of stuff like that too. So I think he's got what it takes. I think he and Rudy are a really good combination. I feel like that this being their second year together will just amplify that even more. And this isn't really anything against Chase necessarily. I think Chase is a really good driver, obviously. I think Chase is a really good driver, obviously, but I don't know. Hendrick is just so damn strong right now. Like, he could be the third best Hendrick driver. He could be the fourth best Hendrick driver and still be a top five driver. And still be a top five driver in the Cup Series. So it's it's not a slight on anybody. I think Byron has what it takes to. If Kyle Larson didn't exist, I think he could definitely be the number one. But I think I agree with you. Byron was probably the second best overall Hendrick guy last year, all season long. He just didn't have anything come together for him. Yeah. We had it on this list. We had 2 wins for him. We still only bumped him up to 3, but we thought a lot of other guys would win, but we thought he probably Byron is going to win more than that. Byron could win 8. You don't know. Yeah. Obviously it's very difficult to win more than 4 races in a season or whatever. Just
when Kyle Larson's winning 32 of them.
Other than that, it's just like, take Kyle Larson out of it. It's still very difficult because there's so many different things that can go wrong in a race. That's my prediction.
All right, cool. Starting off, I think Tyler Reddick is going to establish himself as a top 5 driver in the Cup Series. Now, that might be a little bit out there. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Tyler Reddick is a hell of a race driver. Yeah. I mean, there's no getting around it. He came on strong in the last year. If he can keep the damn thing off the wall, which we have composite bodies now with these new next gen cars. So that'll help him. He can hit the wall a little bit more. And I mean, he could just stay consistent. I think he's a solid driver. I think if RCR can stay on the path they've been going, they've been getting better and better throughout the past couple of years, especially since Reddick's gotten to the Cup Series. I think Tyler Reddick could easily be a top 6, 7 guy, but I'm giving him top 5, just for the sake of, this is a quote unquote bold prediction video. Go ahead, Seth.
All right. I think we didn't have them on our win predictions, but that was mostly just solely due to we had too many already for what we felt was
we had like
feasible.
18 winners at one point.
Yeah, we had like 18 at one point. I was like, hey, we need to bump that down a little bit. That's quite possibly absurd. But I think Trackhouse elevates themselves to a B-level team, which they could go higher than, not much higher than that, like B+ maybe, but I think they possibly. We'll see. I mean, they had a good foundation set last year in my eyes. I think Daniel's a really good driver. Chastain popped off in the round of 16 last year. Could have won 2 of those races if things had gone his way. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have him on, but I could definitely see Chastain winning a race. In the right circumstance, I could see Suarez winning a race. And yeah, I think they're doing everything right, and I feel like it's going to come together more for them this year. I mean, last year, how many times did they have transmission issues?
God, it was every road course, it seemed like.
Yeah, so yeah, they just clean that up.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they could just clean up some, like, there was a lot of times Daniel sped on pit road, or the team made the wrong call on pit strategy and kind of messed up Daniel's chances of getting a better finish. And even then, they still impressed some people last year. I have Roush fucking Keselowski Racing being playoff contenders. I think we're going to see kind of like a Stewart-Haas situation where you have a team that isn't performing up to standards, and then you have a guy like Brad Keselowski or like a Tony Stewart go in there and elevate that team. I feel like Haas back in 2009 was in a much worse situation than Roush Fenway was in 2021. I think Brad's stepping into a better situation. We saw what Tony Stewart did. He put both those cars in the playoffs. I think Brad puts both of the Roush cars into the playoffs. I think Buescher is a legit playoff contender. We have him winning a race at Talladega. I think even if he doesn't get that win at Talladega, I think Buescher is a playoff contender. And then Brad Keselowski. He's one of the best drivers in the sport. So yeah, I think both the Keselowski cars go into the playoffs, and they're playoff contenders. Maybe not I don't have them getting in the final 4, maybe not even a round of 8, but they get in.
Yep. Yeah. I raise you one. I think Roush flipping Keselowski Racing. I think they
Shout out to Carl.
I think they, by season's end, are better than Team Penske.
I believe it.
Penske is so notorious for ending the season very poorly, or at least far worse than they started. I feel like Roush could jump them.
Yeah, I feel like Brad was such a staple of Penske. Kurt elevated that team, but Brad took it to the championship level that Penske hadn't seen in quite some time.
And in those years when they would falter toward the end of the season, it would be, if anybody was getting a win, it was Brad. Yeah. Joey lucked into a couple. But I mean, if you're talking about like a legitimate, like,
we've already talked about how Joe Giannis overrated.
Yeah.
But
if you're talking about, an actual dominant win later in the season, it was Brad Keselowski from Penske. I mean, a couple times he led like 300 plus laps at Richmond.
Yeah. But I also think Ryan Blaney is going to step up, and I think he almost is going to be the best Penske guy. I think last year he's been one of the fastest.
Yeah, for
he's
a couple
been
years now.
Either the fastest or him and Brad really have been the fastest.
Yeah.
Joey's been kind of, he's been good, like we talked about, good at the start of the season and then falls off. But yeah, I agree. I think Roush definitely has potential to jump Penske. And this is, I think Martin Truex Jr. will retire after the 2022 season, and Gibbs will jump the gun and put Ty Gibbs into the 19 car.
Give peanut butter.
Yeah, Gibbs peanut butter. Yeah, I think
go Gibbs race.
Truex already said if he doesn't like the next gen car, he'll he no longer will stick around. Now, granted, that was before we went to the low horsepower or low downforce, high downforce. I'm trying to manifest.
Buddy is trying way too hard to manifest Martin Truex Jr. retiring.
Yeah,
and not winning.
Yeah, we don't have him winning any races this year, and I think that's going to contribute to that. I think Gibbs is going to kind of force him out, and Truex isn't going to be like, well, I'm going to go to another team. I think Truex is going to be like, well, I'll just retire. I think it'll be a lot. I think it'll be more of a Gibbs pushing him out than a Truex wanting to retire. Yeah, I think eventually that's going to be the case, whether it's next year or not, or this year or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. This is probably my boldest prediction, other than my ridiculous one, which I may or may not have said already. I think Rick Ware race. Fuck me, I can't even say it.
I'll say it for you. Rick Ware Racing puts 2 cars in the final 4.
I didn't say that. No. I think Rick Ware Racing makes significant improvement. Now, what is significant for Rick Ware Racing? I don't know. But I think they do it. They have dropped down to 2 cars. Yeah. They have an alliance with Stuart Haas. I have seen crazier things happen.
I agree. I agree. But also, judging by what Stuart Haas did last year, I don't see them elevating that much.
Well, think about it. If they elevated halfway to where Stuart Haas was last year, that puts them running in the
28th.
mid to low 20s. No, that puts them in the mid to low 20s. No, that's not true. What is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How do we put an average on what Stuart Haas did last year?
Take out Kevin Harvick.
That's not an average.
Yeah, it is.
I think we put the average.
I feel like Kevin Harvick, his cars get built and then the other 3 get built. I feel like that's how that works.
Okay, we'll go. I
have an in over there. I could ask.
We'll say Stuart Haas was a 16th place car on average last season. I think that's fair. Because
that's good. I like it.
Yeah, because the 41 and the 14 were about 19th to 20th on average. And then Almirola was way the fuck out there. But Harvick was like an average of 8th or whatever, right?
8th or 10th, yeah.
8th or 10th. So I'd say if Rick Ware can get to 25th on average,
yeah,
I think that constitutes significant improvement.
Yes.
And a successful season.
But if they don't, we are going to shit on them quite a bit.
We're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we're going to do it anyway.
No, if they run 25th every week,
how about this? We need to keep count on how many times the Rick Ware cars outperform a Stuart Haas car. We'll keep that. We'll keep that tap, but it's got to be like on performance.
Halfway through the season, Eric Almirola is going to get swapped out with Cody.
Wow, what a dick move! For last year, you get booted for Cody freaking Ware. Oh my god. Anyway,
that would be rough. That is not a bold prediction. It's a bold prediction. It's not my actual prediction, though. So.
Yeah, it's not an actual. No, I mean, I think their performance will step up. I think the 16 college racing car, mind you, it's going to have, what's his name? Noah Gregson in the car for, I think it was like 16 races or something. Allmendinger for like 14 and Hemrick for 8. I think the 16 car in owners points is going to be the first non-playoff car. I think they're going to be 17th in owner points. I think that car, I think Hemrick will, I think Allmendinger will.
We think he'll win.
Yeah, I think he'll win the. I think he could win. I think he could win somewhere else, maybe even 2 other road courses. And I think he puts himself in position and runs good at some of these short tracks. And I think Allmendinger probably is going to carry the banner. I think Hemrick puts in some solid performances. And I think Gregson's kind of all over the map. I think he'll have flashes of greatness and then just have rookie mistakes. But overall, I think the college car is going to do really well. Specifically the 16, not really sure on the 31.
Yeah, we have no idea on the 31.
Yeah.
But could
go
be.
Ahead.
I think that'll translate.
Is this your last prediction, this next one?
This is, I feel like it was Phoenix, right? Between these 2 drivers.
What are you talking about? Go ahead, just say what you're going to say. I don't remember what you're talking about.
Anyway, I think the
hold on. I know what you're about to say. Let me say this one real quick. I think 16 winners will win. We don't have it written down in our overall season prediction. This is a personal opinion. I think we'll have 16 different winners before the playoffs. I think if any
that we don't have.
Huh?
Who do you think wins that we don't have?
Who do I think win? I think Chastain. I think Suarez could win. I think Bubba Wallace could get a win. I think that the 16 car could win before the playoffs. I think that obviously Truex could win. We're kind of throwing it out there. They might not.
You are. Truex will definitely win a race.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've talked about this off stream that it looks like the series is stronger than it has been in a long time. We got a lot of guys that there's a lot of potential for a lot of different winners. Now, whether we'll get it or not.
Yeah, I don't remember a time where you and I were talking about 3 guys who could legitimately pop off and just be it's A+ tier drivers.
Yeah, I mean, I think guys like guys we don't normally see win or haven't seen win yet. I think Buescher has always been a solid driver. I think given the help from Brad Keselowski, I think that elevates him. Tyler Reddick, it's only a matter of time. William Byron is just
it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. He's a firecracker. You need to light him. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Austin Cindric easily could win a couple races. Bubba Wallace, I think Kurt Busch is going to help him a lot. I think Trackhouse came close enough to where you could pencil in either one of those guys getting a random win. It's going to be a competitive year. I think 16 winners are going to be a thing. Go ahead with your non-crazy prediction.
All right, my completely realistic, non-crazy prediction.
I feel like this is almost more realistic than some of our other predictions.
The feud in the Phoenix Xfinity race from November.
Phoenix Xfinity. Oh, shit. This is a feud of the century. It's been brewing for a while.
Yeah. This feud is going to continue. It is going to continue to the point where Joe Graff Jr. and Jeffrey Earnhardt are going to get in a fist fight. And Joe Graff Jr.
An all-out brawl.
The teams, both their teams just gather in a circle. They let them have it. They fucking let him have it. And Joe Graff Jr. destroys Jeffrey Earnhardt, the worst driver in NASCAR, period. I can't believe whomever signed back on.
Hold on. I got a hole in your theory here.
What?
Jeffrey Earnhardt's a cage fighter.
Fuck him.
No, like he's legitimately a cage fighter.
I know. Joe Graff is, I can just feel it in my bones. Joe Graff is going to whoop his ass. I mean, like, we're going to thankfully not be able to recognize Jeffrey afterward.
Oh my God.
I say that Jeffrey is a very attractive man, but he can eat my ass as far as I'm concerned. Anyway. Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Let me set the stage for you. It's the 2022 Daytona 500 here in about T-minus like 3 weeks. Something like that.
Yes.
Kyle Busch in his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15,
18th, right?
17th Daytona 500. Searching for his first win. He's done it before. He's going to lead the most laps. I mean, he's going to absolutely dominate this race. He's going to lead.
He's searched for it before. I know that for.
Yeah, he's gonna lead like the
first 250 laps.
That's nope.
I don't hear
How many overtimes are you predicting, guy? He's gonna lead like 100 and he's gonna lead like 140 laps, right? He's gonna come down pit road. He's gonna speed on pit road, or the team's gonna screw up or something. Kyle's gonna get put in the back. But Kyle, he's like you said, man, KFB. He's Kyle fucking Busch, man. He's gonna drive his ass through the field, and he's gonna get all the way up to like third in some of the most amazing driving we've ever seen in our entire lives. And then Todd Gilliland is gonna get hooked into Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch is gonna flip down the back straightaway with 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500, and he's still not gonna win. That is all.
That is a prediction.
If that happens, then I want a
bowing down.
Yeah, exactly. I want the Reverend of Motorsports. I want that. I want a plaque hung in the NASCAR Hall of Fame with my name on it. Oh, speaking of the Hall of Fame, shout out to Dale Jr. getting in the Hall of Fame. I wore two DEI Hall of Famers today. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ron Hornaday.
More like Ron ruin your day.
Anyway, Dale Jr. Getting in the Hall of Fame. I was there. Pretty cool. Congratulations to him and Red Farmer and Mike Stefanik and his family. Yeah, anyway. Anything you'd like to add?
Jeffrey Earnhardt is not a very good cage fighter.
Have you ever seen him cage fight?
No. Have you?
All right, cool. Well, this has been our prediction video. Will any of this happen? Probably not.
No.
Probably.
This is just a big giant blow smoke out of our asses.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll revisit this at the end of the season when we get none of these races predicted correctly. And Tyler Reddick runs 35th every week. Brad Keselowski and RFK are worse than they were. Martin Truex wins 19 races. Yeah, Ty Gibbs,
Ty Gibbs wins so many races.
He gets fired from Gibbs.
No, Ty Gibbs is going to win so many races. They give him the Cup championship.
Yeah, exactly. And there's only 2 different winners, Kyle Larson and Cody Ware. And then Penske pops off, and yeah. So that's probably what's going to happen. Anyway, put down your wild predictions in the comments.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
All of them wild predictions. I want to hear about how many
which
races.
one ours was.
Yeah, which one? I want to hear how many races you think Chase Elliott's going to win. Don't say all of them.
Anyway, this has been the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. Check out our live stream potentially for the Rolex 24 if it all comes together, if it actually works, which it did not for our last Chili Bowl live stream. So we're not going to talk about that.
Hopefully it will this time, though.
Yeah, hopefully it will. Rolex 24 live stream. And then next week, what's next week? Next week is our first race prediction video.
It's
podcast.
a race prediction video.
Hey, we can't say that. I think we'll get copyrighted.
Oh yeah, David's gonna copyright us.
Yeah, he is. Next weekend is the Clash at Daytona. Get ready. We also have 2 non-podcast videos
Next
coming
week is the prediction video for the Clash, not the Clash. Clash is
next weekend.
2 Sundays.
Next weekend is the Clash. Not this weekend. Next weekend is the Clash.
Okay, it's Tuesday.
Anyway, yeah, we got 2 more videos coming that week. It'll be fun. Hope you enjoyed our prediction video. Comment your predictions down below, and we will see you next week on the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. Bow.
Bitch.